The rain fell in sheets of liquid silver upon the crystalline towers of Arcani's prime, capital world of the Ixorian dominion. Lightning rippled across the lavender sky, and the storm's reflection shimmered upon the obsidian landing pads that surrounded the imperial citadel. A human ship, a single scarred diplomatic cruiser, cut through the storm clouds, descending like a wounded bird toward the heart of alien sovereignty. Inside, Captain Elias Vance sat rigid in his command chair, his dark eyes scanning the holographic display. His reflection looked back at him, pale, hollow-eyed, a man who had seen too much war to believe in peace. His hands were steady, but the knot in his chest betrayed the truth. Today, humanity's fate depended on his words, and perhaps on something far stranger. He was humanity's final envoy, chosen not for his eloquence but for his honesty. The Dominion's war against the human colonies had reduced Earth's fleet to smoldering wrecks across half the galaxy. Yet the Queen of the Ixorian had offered a single chance for peace, one representative, one plea. And so Elias had come. When the cruiser touched down, the hatch hissed open, revealing an escort of towering Ixorian guards. They were beautiful and terrible to behold. Tall, with silver-blue skin and luminous slit-pupiled eyes. Their armor glowed faintly with a living bioluminescence, each movement fluid and deliberate. "Captain Elias Vance," the lead guard intoned, his voice resonant and melodic. "The Queen awaits." The halls of the citadel were a cathedral of alien elegance. Vines of translucent crystal crawled up the walls, pulsing faintly with the rhythm of unseen heartbeats. The air was thick with a scent of ozone and something sweet, almost floral. Every sound was absorbed by the living structure, making Elias feel like he was walking through the lungs of some immense, dreaming creature. At last, they arrived at the throne hall, a vast dome of living light. At its center, upon a dais grown from a single luminous root, sat the Ixorian Queen. She was unlike any being Elias had ever imagined. Her form was humanoid but only loosely so. Her skin shimmered like molten pearl, shifting colors with her every breath. Her hair, if it could be called that, floated around her like tendrils of liquid light. Eyes the color of nebulae regarded him, ancient and fathomless. Elias dropped to one knee, not out of reverence but exhaustion. The journey had been long, and the gravity here pressed against him like the weight of judgment itself. The Queen's voice echoed softly in his mind rather than his ears. "You kneel before me, human. Is it duty that bends your spine?" Elias lifted his gaze. "I kneel because my world is dying. If humility buys us a future, then yes, call it duty." For a long moment silence. Then she smiled, a slow, knowing smile that was both kind and cruel. "You humans," she said aloud, her voice a melody woven through the air. "So fragile, yet so defiant. You do not understand the war you fight." Elias rose shakily. "Then explain it to me. Because where I stand, it looks like genocide." The Queen tilted her head, her eyes shimmering with starlight. "To you, perhaps, but we do not destroy. Cleanse." The Ixorian evolved under the guidance of the Unity, a living network that binds our species together. We offer that unity to others, but humans. She leaned forward, her gaze piercing. You resist. You cling to your chaos, your individuality. You are incompatible. So we're being exterminated for being ourselves. Elias shot back. She regarded him quietly. You misunderstand. We do not kill for pleasure. We harvest the worthy, the adaptable. The rest return to the stars. Elias felt his stomach twist. You mean you take prisoners? Her smile deepened. We take minds. The unity absorbs what is valuable. The bodies are redundant. He stared at her in horror. You're describing assimilation. Enlightenment, she corrected softly. For a moment neither spoke. The storm outside had grown fiercer, lightning dancing across the dome. Elias could feel the vibration of thunder in the bones of the living citadel. Finally he said quietly, "Then why am I here? To surrender. To beg for mercy." The queen rose. She was taller than he expected. Graceful, terrifying, radiant. "No," she said. "You are here because you intrigue me. You refused capture 3 times. You defied death to reach this hall. Such will is beautiful. The unity has no concept of individuality, but I remember it. I was born before the merging began. I still recall what it means to be one." Elias frowned. "You're not fully part of it." Her eyes dimmed slightly. "I am its queen, and yet I am its prisoner." She stepped closer, her presence intoxicating and immense. "Tell me, Captain, if given the chance to save your people, would you surrender yourself? Would you become one with us?" He hesitated. "If it meant peace, maybe." She studied him, then whispered, "And would you do it for duty, or for love?" The question caught him off guard. "Love." "Yes," she said, her voice barely audible now, carrying a strange tenderness. "You kneel before me not because you fear me, but because something in you recognizes what I have lost. I see it in your mind, your love for your world, your people, the stars themselves. You kneel only for love, not duty." He felt something stir inside him, an ache that had long been buried. "If love can save them, then yes," he said hoarsely. "I kneel for that." For the first time, the queen looked almost human. "Then perhaps there is hope." She raised a hand, and a soft light enveloped him. Memories flickered. His childhood under Earth's sun, the laughter of his crew, the faces of the fallen. The queen's mind brushed his, gentle and curious. He felt her loneliness. Centuries of silence within a hive of voices. She had been one of the first to merge with the unity, and yet a part of her had never let go of the self she once was. "You remind me of what I was," she whispered. "Of what I still am." The light grew brighter, filling the chamber. The guards outside fell to one knee as the queen extended her hand toward Elias. "Take it," she said. "Let your mind touch mine. Show me humanity." He reached out, trembling. When their hands met, the world vanished. He saw galaxies bloom and die, civilizations rise and fall. He felt the pulse of countless minds. Eli, human, alien. He saw what the unity truly was. A vast consciousness born from the fear of extinction. When the vision faded, the queen stood before him, tears of light trailing down her face. "I have seen your heart," she said softly. "And I understand now. The unity's perfection is hollow. It has no soul." She turned toward the storm, her expression solemn. "I will end the war. But peace will come at a price." Elias felt his body weaken as the light around her intensified. "What are you doing?" "I am severing my link to the unity," she said. "Someone must guide them away, teach them to see. But to do so, I must leave this form behind." He tried to move to stop her, but she only smiled. "Do not mourn me, Captain. You gave me back what eternity had taken." With a final whisper, her body dissolved into pure radiance, spiraling upward like a dying star. The storm outside ceased. The sky cleared, revealing the first true dawn Arcani's prime had seen in centuries. Elias fell to his knees once more, echo of her voice lingering in his mind. "You kneel only for love, not duty." When he returned to his ship, the Eli bowed to him in silence. The war was over. queen was gone, but her final act had rewritten the destiny of two species.